Thank you for tuning in to Homeschool Homesteaders. Today we're going to make chicken stock slash bone broth with pasture-raised chickens. This chicken that I'm holding, I'm going to butcher it and make a chicken stock slash bone broth out of it. I'm going to spare you the footages. You will not see me butcher this chicken, but in my house, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, is the soup days. And soup, especially if you make your own stock, is a very economical way to feed a family of 7 kids. Here are some pictures of my family. So we need a lot of stock slash bone broth. And this is something we make almost every single week. This chicken is 18 months old. It is a dual purpose bird. It is too old to make a chicken roast out of it, but it did provide us about 265 eggs, this chicken here alone. And so therefore, I'm just going to make chicken stock out of it. And in my house, since we enjoy chicken stock, you keep a lot of chickens around. Although you can make chicken stock in your house on your stove, and 99% of you probably do that, I don't like the exhaust fan just running all the time, so I prefer to make my chicken stock on the deck. That's what we're going to do today. And so you're going to plug it in, and you have this cheap $14, whatever it's called, oven stovetop. That works just fine. However, I like to start my stock inside the house because it heats up faster on the stove. So we will throw in the chicken, and we are going to do the feet. Feet is very healthy. Here is a Google search, and it just shows you how healthy chicken feet are. So never throw away your chicken feet. Put them in your stock slash bone broth. Once the water boils, you have this scum. What we're going to do is we're going to dump this water, and we're going to refill the pot again to the top, and we're going to bring this outside now. Make sure it boils inside your house so you don't have to wait a long time for it to boil outside. When you boil it the second time, the water is much more clear and less scum for you to skim off. I am using a 16-quart stock pot. And when it comes to the herbs, you could do whatever you want. I make chicken stock all the time, and it's different all the time depending on what grows in my garden. This is late December. We have frost, and the herbs are still growing. And so all of this is going to go into my chicken stock. When I make it in the winter, obviously it's going to be much different. Then you take your onions, garlic, you take some celery. Celery is the only stuff I do not grow in my garden, but the carrots, just put them in the pot, break them if you have to. There's no such thing as too much. And then salt, just a handful of salt, and put some pepper, garlic, and let's put on the lid and let it heat up to boiling. But oops, I forgot that I have a wrong lid. So I just realized that. So let's put on the correct lid so nobody will make some rude comments, and let it boil. Now, even if I had neighbors, I always still make it on the deck, but this is my backyard. The neighbor south of me has 80 acres. I never met him. None of my neighbors can see what I'm doing on my deck. But even if I did have neighbors, I would still cook my chicken stock on the deck. Now, when it comes to what kind of boil we should have, this is too small. Unless you're going to boil it for 12 hours. Simmer, sorry. Boil is a bad word. This is what I want. So this footage up here shows what kind of simmer, sorry, I prefer when I'm cooking my chicken stock. And I'm going to let this simmer for 2 hours before I take out the chicken meat, because you don't want the chicken meat too long. The bones will go back in, so I'm going to fish around till I get the chicken out. And you're gonna take out this beautiful juicy chicken. This is free range. My chickens are free range. They run outside. I cannot make a roast out of them, but simmering them slowly in some water for 2 hours, and this chicken is perfectly cooked. It's the best chicken you'll ever have, nice and juicy. We're going to take the meat out, separate the meat from the bones, and we're going to make yourself a little chef snack. So here we have a footage of a chicken sandwich. You're just going to take all the recipes for your favorite chicken salad, mix them together, take some buttered toast, take some lettuce, and you have a beautiful, delicious chicken sandwich. Another snack that I love, the chef snack, is the neck. Both my wife and I love the neck, but since my wife is not here, I'm going to indulge in the neck, one of the best part of the chicken. After a few hours, I'm guessing from start to finish, this was 7 hours. I'm going to strain it. I think this is done. You could do whatever you want. If you want to go longer, go for it. This is your chicken stock. You could do it any way you want. And like I said, I do it differently every time, and it still tastes delicious. And here is some footages, sample videos of how my stock looks like. It looks like beef stock. That's how basically it's just boiled down. And for dinner, we're going to make chicken soup, a very simple chicken soup. You're going to first of all take broiler. This is broiler breast meat, my own of course, in flour, fry it. Then remove it. Then you're going to take your trinity, so that is onion, carrots, celery, sweat them down. Add the liquid, bring it to boil, add the chicken, maybe about 20 minutes of low simmer, and look at this delicious soup. The bread, judging by the shape, is also homemade, and this is how we do chicken soup, chicken stock, bone broth in my house. Thank you for watching this video.